Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have Yummy going up against Vanquish Soul, and this is going to be post JUHU, and I assume that this is also going to be K9 in the deck, and they just didn't draw any of it. But okay, we will go ahead and see the Vanquish Soul deck go first, but we are going to go ahead and read over the Yummy cards real quick. So the field spell is Yummy's Ment Arkaroki. If you synchro summon a light beast synchro monster, you can target one card the opponent controls and destroy it. And then if a face-up monster or monsters you control leaves the field by an opponent's card effect, except during the damage step, you can special summon one Yummy from the deck. Okay, so it also summons one from deck. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target two Yummy monsters in your graveyard or banishment. Place them and this card on the bottom of the deck in any order. You can only use each effect of this card once per turn. Okay, so that's sick. It also like recycles the engine, pops a card, has an additional effect. Then Cupsy says, if you control a Link 1 monster or a level 2 Synchro monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. And I know all the Yummies have that effect. You can only summon it once per turn that way. If this card is normal summon or special summon, you can add a Yummy card from the deck to the hand except for a copy of itself. Or, if this card was special summoned by a Synchro monster effect, you can draw one card instead. You can only use this effect of this card once per turn. Then we also play Songs in the deck. Which, yeah, this deck can play Purge, so I guess they're deciding to play this. Maybe they decided to play no monster hand traps and decided to just play board breakers. I mean, it does work well with the striker cards, and then it also lets you play Songs. So they're going to go Staker Soul, reveal Jiaolong, go ahead, special summon out a Raisin, and then activate Raisin effect to search, and then in response, chain Purge, normal Dr. Madlove effect, in response, chain Songs to go ahead and negate that. And now we can't activate any monster effects in the hand, graveyard, or banishment, but that doesn't really hurt this deck very much. So they're going to go ahead and negate and then search out the Purge. Okay. The opponent could have also ashed this because it does add a Dominus card. So they could have made it so that way their Dr. Madlove went through. Go ahead, make Rock. And then, okay, never mind. They're going to go raise and reveal the Jiaolong. Jiaolong effect, summon itself off, link off, make Rock, and then Rock effect, add back Raisin, Jiaolong effect, reveal to go ahead and search for a Vanquish Soul card. That can grab out the field spell, and the field spell can go ahead and grab the next piece, or we just skip the field spell, and then go activate Holly Sue, special summon out after we searched it, overlay those into K9 number 17, activate the effect, go ahead, search out the 66B Lantern effect, special summon out, and special summon back out the Jiaolong from the graveyard because it's a level 5 non-pyro. That's just not how this card works. Target a level 5 K9 in the grave. I was about to say, like, if this card works with these cards that well, that's crazy. But no, that is just not how this card works. Okay, yep, they went ahead and realized that, so they will be grabbing out the quick play spell off of this instead, which gives them a pop, and then brings out the big XYZ, which can rip a card from their hand. They draw Thrust, go main phase, activate the Arkaroki, and then Hornet Drones to summon out a token, and then on that summon, we could go ahead and see them special summon out the Werewolf, and then pop the token, and then field spell effect, because, oh, if a face-up monster, it's not even if a Yummy leaves the field. Okay, if any monster leaves the field. So they're going to go ahead and activate this effect in response to look at the opponent's hand and banish a card from it. So they go ahead and banish Thrust, accidentally resolve it like a Talent Slow, and put it back into the deck when it should just be banished. Then they're going to bring out Cupsy effect to go ahead, search, and then, yeah, they know the hand too, so they're going to go ahead and ash the Cupsy. And then activate Rock effect to special summon out. Okay, but this won't work though, because they're going to go Raisin effect. They're going to chain the Purge to it. And then go ahead, link off in the Yummy Snatchy effect to place a Yummy field spell from the hand or deck face up on the field. And you can't link summon link 3 or higher for the rest of the turn. Then it says once per chain during the main phase or the opponent's battle phase, quick effect. You can pay 100 life points. Immediately after this effect resolves, synchro, summon one synchro monster using monsters you control, including a Yummy monster. So now, we're going to go ahead and get the Yummy minion, and then this card makes it to where all Yummy monsters you control gain 500 attack for each light beast monster on the field, by the way. So it includes both fields. You can only use each effects, following effects of this card once per turn. If you control a Link 1 monster, you can target a level 1 Yummy in the graveyard, special summon it. And then if this card is in the graveyard, you could target 2 Yummy monsters in your graveyard or banishment, place this card and them on the bottom of the deck in any order. So has the same recycle effect as the other field spell. Then activate the effect to special summon back out the cup from the graveyard. Use those to make Cupsy Yummy Way. And then also, this card can use Synchro or use Links as a level 1 tuner. You can only use each of the following effects of this card once per turn. If this card is Synchro Summon, you can add 2 Yummy monsters from the deck to the hand, then discard 1 card. When your opponent activates a card or effect quick effect, you can return this card to the extra deck to special summon up to 2 Yummy monsters from the graveyard. So we're going to activate the effect to go ahead, search for the Lollipop, and search for the Cookie, and then go ahead, discard the Cup, because we already went through that one. So now we can read over the Lollipop and the Cookie real quick. So they all have the effect to special summon themselves, and there's only once per turn that way. But then this card says, if this card is normal summon or special summon, you could target a card in the opponent's graveyard, shuffle it into the deck. Or if this was special summoned by a Synchro monster effect, you can banish that card instead. And then Cookie says, if this card is normal summon or special, you can target 1 face-up monster the opponent controls, it loses 1,000 attack. Or if this card is special summoned by a Synchro monster effect, you can destroy that monster instead. So now from here, we also want to summon that in attack, because it's going to gain a bunch of attack. Special summon out Lollipop, and then link off a Lollipop and the Snatchy. Go ahead, bring that out. And then Cookie doesn't activate, but special summon out from the hand. And then use those to go ahead and make the Lollipopo Yummy Way. And then this has the same effect. You can use Link 1s as level 1 tuners. If this card is Synchro Summon, you can special summon 2 Yummy monsters from the graveyard, but negate their effects. When your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, return this card to the extra deck to special summon up to 2 Yummy monsters from the graveyard. And then activate the effect on summon to go ahead, special summon back out 2 from the graveyard. And then from there, we will decide if we want to bring out a Link 1 or not. Okay. We do bring out the Link 1, and then use those to make the Cookie Yummy Way. So going ahead and making all 3 of these Synchros here, I believe. Bringing out Cookie Yummy Way. Once again, Tree Link 1 is level 1 tuners. If this card is Synchro Summon, you can target up to 2 face-up monsters on the field, change them to face down. And then when your opponent activates their card or effect, return to the extra deck, special summon up to 2 Yummies from the grave. So we're going to go ahead and activate the effect to go ahead and book a moon. And we also realize that this should be banished here and not shuffled into deck off the werewolf. And then all of our monsters gain 15, so 27 beat over, 31 beat over, and then go ahead attack over for 15. And then, I guess, no, okay, never mind. I was going to say, technically, when this is flipped, you could activate the effect to reveal a dark, but we don't have a dark in hand, and that wouldn't have changed anything anyways. But okay, going on to the next game now, we will go ahead and see the Vanquish Soul deck decide to go first. We have Thrust, Songs, Evenly, Lollipop, Widow Anchor. They have OO, Raisin, Holly Sue, 6-6B, and Ash. So they will go ahead, start to turn off with a Holly Sue effect, special summon out, and then activate the effect, reveal Raisin. Okay, never mind. Normal Raisin, Raisin effect, go ahead, search out Burger. And then activate Holly Sue. Never mind. We're going to go ahead and make Rock. Rock add back first. Okay, so that way we don't have to reveal. We have Ash in hand yet. Holly Sue effect. Go ahead, summon out Dr. Madlove. Dr. Madlove effect. Go ahead, grab out the field spell. Now we have field spell that we can activate to go ahead and search. That's going to grab out the Jiaolong from the deck to the hand. So we might... Are we going to Dice Smashers? It's not seeming like it. Summon out Burger. Burger effect. Reveal Jiaolong. That's not how it works. We could reveal Lantern to draw 1, and then summon out Jiaolong, but it looks like we forgot to draw, or burn, whichever effect we were using. Jiaolong, search out Caesar, and then we are trying to make that. I was going to say that's not going to work here, though. End phase, go ahead, set Trap Pass. I definitely think they could have played that better. Like, I don't even know how to play this deck yet, like, fully, like, the canine part of it, but we could have at least, like, drawn a card there. Pass, draw Songs, and then Jiaolong effect, go ahead, reveal Ash plus Raisin at the start of battle to go ahead and search out for Burger, and then we have Burger effect, reveal Burger to go ahead, draw into a Stake Your Soul, activate Evenly, banish everything face down but the trap card. Main phase 2, we will now go normal, summon out Lollipop, and then activate Holly Sue, special summon itself out, and then Holly Sue effect to go ahead, reveal to take. They go ahead, change Songs in response, which once again, this player could have ashed it, and that could have changed a lot. They're going to go Caesar, bounce back now. Never mind. Okay, they do ash it, so that way they can go ahead and take. I was about to say, like, ashing Songs is definitely something that if you don't know now, you should know in the future that you can do that. Then they go activate Thrust to grab out the Obedience School, which can special summon 3 monsters from the deck. So we're going to go ahead and bring out Cupsies, Cookie, and Lollipop. This card, Obedience School, seems like it will be very solid in this deck. I mean, special 3 from deck is crazy. They have Snow Devil they can activate here to just pop 3. And then on to the next game now. We will see Yummy decide to go first. Opening hands, we have Imperm, Droplet, Hornet Drones, Pot of Prosperity, and Lollipop. They have Raisin, 6/6A, Heavy Burger, Retaliating Sea, and Pankratops. So I'm not sure how good Retaliating Sea is into this matchup, but I guess they have striker cards and like Obedience School that you can use this against. And then Pankratops, I saw OCG was siding this a lot into this matchup, so I assume it's good into them. So they're going to go ahead and activate Hornet Drones, chain the Retaliating Sea to special summon out, bring out the token. Hornet Drones is also banished, and now link off for a Kagari, special summon out the Lollipop, and then go ahead use those now to bring out the Yummy. Okay, not quite how that works, because this just takes 1 body, and they looked like they were going to make a Synchro there, so they accidentally just got rid of Kagari. So they could have had like the Hornet Drones there. So now they're going to go ahead and then activate Field Spell, Pot of Prosperity to go ahead, banish 6. Okay, so it looks like they might be new to the deck, because if you are new to a deck, it could be reasonable to just not banish for Pot of Prosperity and testing, and then, you know, see what you add, see what you got to do, and then maybe at the end of the turn banish face down, or, you know, just at least start to realize what you actually don't need in your extra deck off Pot of Prosperity. If you can afford to go for 3 or 6, you know, when does it deter from one or the other? So they're going to go ahead, Pot of Prosperity, grab out the cup there, and then put the rest of the cards back to the bottom. We also saw D-Barrier put in there, which doesn't seem very good against this deck, even though they are playing K9s. Maybe it's better now. Obviously, it's a lot better now than it was before, because before the deck didn't need anything but links, and now it does do some XYZ things, but I don't know if it's like worth D-Barrier. Summon out Cupsies, grab out the Yummy Surprise, which this card is a quick play spell. Activate one of these effects, but you can only use each of them once per turn. Target 2 light beast monsters you control and 2 cards the opponent controls, return the hand. Special summon a Yummy monster from the hand or grave, but cannot attack directly this turn. Return a field spell from your face-up field or graveyard to the hand, then place 1 Yummy field spell from your hand face-up onto the field. So now we're going to go ahead and make Cupsies Yummy Way. Okay, never mind, not making the Search 2 yet. Okay, never mind, we do make the Search 2 effect. Go ahead, search, and we also have Field Spell to go ahead, pop Retaliating Sea. You know, no Max C to search. Go ahead, grab out Lollipop and Cookie. That's also probably one reason why it was, like, used more in the OCG, was because, like, you know, you can search Max C when this card leaves the field, while in TCG, it's kind of like its other effect is just pointless. Well, there are cards you can search, but I don't know if any are going to be good in this matchup. And then discard Droplet, summon out Lollipop, summon out the Cookie, Lollipop, and the Snatchy, and then use those 2 to make the Lollipopo Yummy Way effect. Special summon back out 2 from the graveyard, but negate their effects. And now we're going to go ahead and make Metal Marcher, summon back out the Synchro 2 from the grave. The Cupsies, make Herald of Arclight. Go ahead, make the Link 1 Snatchy, set Imperm, set Surprise, pass, they draw Raisin. Okay, yeah, I can see why Pankratops is solid. It seems like it trades pretty well into this board. Special summon out Pankratops, and then they're just going to go battle, go ahead, try to beat over Yummy Way, tribute to pop the Herald of Arclight, and then they're going to go ahead and activate the Surprise to special summon back out. It is not negated, so summon out the Cupsies Yummy Way. Never mind, we're going to summon out Lollipopo, the normal Raisin effect, chain Lollipopo, and then chain Imperm. They're going to chain Burgers, so extremely punished there with their Imperm. Then they said, wait, probably shouldn't do that because I get punished to like 2 to 3 of your cards in your deck. Last game we saw that they were playing 2 Burger, but they may have sided down on 1 because they were going second. So they're going to go ahead, tag out, summon back out from grave, decides to not Imperm. They're going to search out the Halisu. Never mind, they're going to search out Jiaolong. Summon back out Cookie plus Lollipop. And then Raisin effect to try to go ahead and pop the Link. Then they're going to go ahead and chain. Okay, well, they revealed the wrong thing, but it's Fire Dark, not 2 fires. And then try to go ahead, pop. And then they're going to go ahead, chain Snatchy, and then chain Burger. So they're going to go ahead, Synchro off in the Lollipopo. Never mind, summon out Cookie, and then Cookie can try to put Burger face down. Well, Jiaolong Chainlink 1, Book of Moon Chainlink 2, Burger Chainlink 3 to go ahead draw, and then Chainlink 4, Cookie to tag out back into a Cupsies plus a Snatchy. Book of Moon the Burger, they draw, they summon out Jiaolong, and then field spell effects, and if you synchro summon a light, wait. That's not quite how it works. It's only if you synchro summon. But they synchro summon on the last chain link, so this could have been on the last chain link, but they decided not to because they wanted to Book of Moon this instead. And this is special summon, not synchro summon, so they can't try to pop Jiaolong. So now they're just going to go Jackal effect. Okay, so it looks like they realize they can't field spell. So Jackal effect and then Chain Snatchy. Oh, this is not a once per turn effect. It's just once per chain. Okay, so that's how we're able to... Oh gosh, that's so broken. Go ahead, bring out Lollipopo, and then they're going to bring out 266A Jokels from hand, and then activate Lollipopo, Chainlink 1, and then Field Spell, Chainlink 2, so pop Jiaolong. They're going to go ahead, chain Jiaolong, reveal 2 fires to search from the deck, and then chain Imperm on that to stop it, then it gets popped from Field Spell, and then... Oh, okay, it looks like they actually decided I should chain Lollipop, then chain Imperm. So special summon back out Lollipopo and Cookie from the grave. And now we have Cookie effect to go ahead and pop the 66A. Lollipopo can banish the Jiaolong from their graveyard. Yeah, the only card that matters. And then they're going to activate the effect to go ahead and search for a non-Aqua K9, which is going to grab out the Lantern. Which we have Lantern that can target when engraved. But actually, in response, they're going to chain Cupsies. Which I don't... Wait, is that... Oh, gosh, they put them all back. I was going to say, is that effect once per turn? I don't remember if that's the first time we've used it or not. We've summoned so many of these Synchro guys. You can only use each of the following effects of this card once per turn this way. Okay, so this is definitely the last one then, because they've done it 3 times. So now activate Lollipopo to special summon back out 2 from the graveyard. Have we not done that already? Have we not? Because I feel like we have too many bodies for us to not have done that already. I'm not going to lie. There's no way we haven't. But okay, they're going to summon back out, then activate the Snatchy effect to go ahead and bring out a Herald of Arclight. Yeah, the Herald of Arclight can't use the Link 1s as level 1s. So we go ahead, bring out Herald of Arclight. They're going to go Lantern effect. We're going to chain Herald of Arclight. They go ahead and admit defeat. So we end up seeing Yummy win there. Making multiple Herald of Arclights. Honestly, just doing a lot with these Yummy cards, which is honestly looking really cool. This is honestly looking pretty solid of a deck overall. I do need to look at it more, though. And then the Vanquish Soul deck still looking solid, but didn't seem like they could do very much that game, like through a Yummy board. So it kind of seems like they need like more non-engine. The Retaliatency seemed like it did some, but not quite enough though overall. And the opponent accidentally threw away a Hornadrone's body too. And then Pankratops seemed like it traded well, but it seemed like they still had too much after it for it to even matter. So maybe Pink just isn't good enough unless if you also hand trap them or hit them with a different board breaker. But with all that being said, the DB Grinders signing off. Peace. Have a nice day. Stay safe.